Jeremy.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, Adrian?
All right. So we got both of you at Wildwood Sanitarium.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we made it.
In Salamanca, New York.
Hey, Tom.
And Tom's with me too.
Yeah, that was the
Tell us
dive
what's
man.
going
That's
dive man.
Mabel.
Mabel.
Teammate. She
Well,
can't.
get over there. Quit your hand and get over there.
She can't.
She can't.
Yeah. Due to
I know it was
due to
not
professional issues, she can't show her face online. Yeah. But we also have Robin Ramsey.
Hey, Robin.
Hi.
Jenny's watching.
Hi, Jen.
Hello, everybody. And we have Tom. He's Nick's friend. We call him the dive man.
The dive man because of his license plate.
Yeah. And then also we have Lori. She was the owner of the building, and now her daughter owns it. But pretty soon.
Oh my God, Brad! Don't even start. How big are the cockroaches, Nick?
No, Joanne, you're good. You're Joanne. We're good.
I'm in Western New York. We're in Western New York, Brad.
Yes.
We're nowhere near the city, so we're not going to encounter any cockroaches.
Yeah.
Be right back.
Then there's
Joe,
field
you're a
roaches.
new Facebook user. We can actually see your name this time.
So does somebody want to tell us the history?
Yeah, we will do that.
Yeah.
He's on his show.
You know what? Why don't you take a seat
Right
while I'm
here.
doing this? Because I'm still putting gear together.
Yeah. For the people online.
Yeah.
Come on over. Don't be shy. I don't bite.
I still got
Oh, but you do.
He doesn't bite too hard.
So this here is Lori. Her and her daughter run this business. Her daughter Brooke actually owns it. And you have had this building for how many years now?
5 years.
Yeah. This is my third time being here. And it's always exciting whenever I come out here. I get to meet up with her. I get to meet up with Robin. Robin's just a few hours away from here. It's a really exciting. It's a small building. So anybody that comes out here would really need a smaller team. You don't want to come in here with 10, 15 people. Otherwise, it's going to be standing room only. So
Yeah, usually like if we have any events or that, we usually try to keep it to 10 people or less, most normally.
Yeah, so I am going to go ahead and turn this over, and you can ask Roy any questions you have.
Tell us the history on this place.
Well, when we went down to the county building, it said on paper that it was built in 1900, but we know it's older than that. For the fact that it had gas lighting, and also as we were working on the roof and stuff, we were finding rectangular and square nails. So square nails are even older than rectangular nails, so we know it's probably mid-1800s that it was built. It sat by itself. I mean, right now, it's surrounded by houses right now, but back then there were no houses around it. So. Yeah. When Dr. Henderson actually purchased the building in 1903, and they worked on it for 3 years before they opened it up as the sanitarium. They were waiting for the previous tenants to move out. I don't know who that is. I do have a list of all the owners after that period of time. And then actually in 1923, it was forced by the town of Salamanca to open up the tuberculosis clinic. So it was that for a while too. It's on Native American land. So, I mean, the land itself has a lot of history behind it. It's been owned by different families over time. It was 3 apartments at one time. So there's been a lot of different people have gone through this house. We get a lot of the same spirits here. We get some different ones. We have 2 cemeteries that are really close to the house. So I think we get visitors from there. It's got a lot of history behind it.
Is there any specific that keep coming back that you know that everybody's got?
Oh yeah, we get a lot, quite a few same names. Little boy by the name of Tommy. We kept getting him, and a lot of different groups would get him all the time. And only to try to research, I tried to research, look, the previous owners' names, things like that. Couldn't seem to come up with the name Tommy. And a lady had approached me a couple summers ago and said that she went to elementary school with Tommy, and he did live here. So we're figuring he lived here in the time that it was probably apartments, and he did pass away when he was only in elementary school. She had went to school the one day, and the teacher announced that Tommy had passed away. So I don't know of what, but he loves interacting with people here. We get him a lot. We get various names otherwise too. Anna, Linda, Frank, Charlie. We get the two doctors, John Henderson and Carol Perry. We get the nurses, Bertha, Agnes, and Sue. We get all kinds of names.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is there a history of somebody getting whipped there?
Not that I know of, but there's always a possibility. I don't know. Yep. We do have a website. It's wildwoodsanitarium.com. Somebody asked about that.
Yes.
We have, various YouTube videos. A lot of people post YouTube videos about it. There's been documentaries done. UNI Research has done a lot of things here, a lot of different experiments, and they're in the process of filming like a movie here too. We recently filmed for Death Walker, Nick Groff's show, recently filmed here. We've been on Paranormal Lockdown. We've been on America's Most Terrifying Places. We were on an episode of the Osbournes, Do You Believe? They said some random basement, and that was the basement here. So we've been on, a bunch of different things.
Those all sound like good people that we know.
Oh, yeah.
The items that are good trigger objects.
Yep. It's a great area. Salamanca is a great area. The neighbors have been really great. They love that we're fixing up the place. We have gotten the back half of the roof done. We bought the metal for the front half. We're going to be working on that pretty soon. So the roof will be secure.
Hey, that's not an easy or cheap job to do.
No, because the roof ain't a simple roof. It's pretty complicated.
Mm-mm.
Plus, there are a lot of layers of roofing up there. So
Sarah's asking, is there any specific items that are good trigger objects there?
There's various things. A mirror had broke during paranormal lockdown. That's in one of the rooms. We have a doll room that actually I started out with a handful of dolls, and now it's developed into people keep leaving dolls here. Groups will come and leave dolls here. I have dolls show up on my porch that are here. So there's dolls up there. Yeah, we have this wooden pendulum up on the second floor that a certain person by the name of Jeremy keeps communicating through it. And I actually had that made, and it's really interesting sometimes what this thing does. It never stops moving. It constantly moves. But we've had things written in it before too.
So you put like sand under it?
Yep, there's sand in the bottom of it.
Yeah.
And it, like I said, it never stops moving.
In
I've put a
fact,
camera on it before. It doesn't stop moving.
yeah. In fact, just before we started, Mabel and I were upstairs and we had just smoothed out that sand. And I got a camera on it.
Did you stop the pendulum?
Yeah, the pendulum, it is stopped. And she ran a feather that was up there to smooth it out. And I got a camera right on it. It'll only take pictures, but if there's motion, it should take a picture.
Right.
We've actually had probably at least 4 times now that I've actually looked at it and it said mom in it.
Oh,
So
that's kind of sad, actually.
yeah.
You guys have had a lot of some intricate designs put in there.
Oh
too.
yeah, like really crazy intricate designs that you couldn't do like with your finger or anything or a pencil or anything. If you tried, you couldn't do it.
Jenny, you
It's
did
like
that.
crazy designs, not just circles or ovals, but like squares and rectangles and all kinds of weird shapes. Like
There we go. Thank you, Robin.
Saw your comment, Robin.
yeah,
Did you hear?
Yes.
Say that.
Here we go. Thank you.
I've already got equipment spread throughout the building. I've got 9 trail cameras all over the place from the basement. I don't have any on the main floor because that's where we're going to be taking all our breaks and everything. But I've got cameras on the 2nd floor and the 3rd floor, everywhere. I got motion detectors. I got my Care Bear REM pod in the doll room. I also have that plastic ball with the beads on the shelf in that room as well. Let's see, the doctor's office on the 3rd floor. I got a sensor on there. What else do I have? I got all kinds of crap out here. And we got some new stuff that we're going to be using, courtesy of our friend Brad. And this first one here that I got.
Oh my God! Is this what I think it is?
It is.
Oh my God! Oh! Speaking of new paranormal tools, it's the damn it, I'm sorry. What do you call these things again? I'm just
It's like a music box.
I got the
Yes, Brad. I've got the 4-in-1 box as well. I also have.
Oh my God!
I also have this one here. This is the one that Brad made specifically for me. Then this little guy right here, it's a sealed box, so you cannot open it up. It's got 6 mirrors in it. So we're going to see if maybe we might be able to utilize this here. And also, the big one here that Brad made is the 4-in-1 sensor. You got the temperature gauges here. It's like a REM pod. There's a music box. It's really cool. I tested it out at home to make sure that it works. Everything works really well. And when something touches one of these things here, figure out if I can turn it on.
That is awesome. You gotta let them know.
Yeah, I will. Just
You hear that?
Tom.
Wait till you see
Yep.
I got a paranormal tool.
Creepy at all. Except
Ring around the rosy, really, really creepy. Brad told me about this, and he sent me the audio of it. I thought that was really cool, but I had no idea he was going to put it in that 4-in-1 box. So we're going to be testing that out tonight.
Try that either in the basement or on
And
the
also
seance
the way
table.
that he did it is that if you touch
Seance table.
if you touch one side of this thing, then only these lights will come on. If you touch this side, these lights will come on. And he's got them labeled yes and no. So we're going to try to use this tonight to see if we can get appropriate
Let's
responses.
hope it is.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Hey, Brad, can you explain to Sarah exactly what the 4-in-1 box is? Yeah, it's really cool. Green lights for yes, red lights for no.
Okay, there's two.
Hey,
on
Brad, you're up.
Yeah. So what else? We also got some of our usual stuff like the REM pod. I got my dog whistles out here. In fact, Adrian, all the dog whistles that you gave me, I brought them all here. Every one of them.
Oh, let's see what happens.
I'm going to do that towards the end of the night so that we can keep having activity. Because once we use it, the activity goes away.
I got to just point out from what Brett just said, don't open if there's a cockroach inside.
Yeah.
Brad, thank you so much for this. Seriously.
Yes.
I'm actually excited.
Sarah wondered if there was
And here we go.
questions for the dead
Brad,
conducted on the property.
Nick had no idea that I had it. He didn't even know that Brad had sent me the
Not
stuff.
quite sure what she means
And-
by that.
And I told Brad, go ahead and send me Nick's so that I can surprise him with it here. And as you can see, the kind of response he got out of it.
Hey, Brad, can you tell us how much that would cost if somebody wanted to buy one?
I'm also going to play a quick set because I don't know if they heard it. Did they already hear what was playing before? Or like
Well, they heard mine, but I
Okay,
wanted
this
to make
is
sure
what's
you
played
heard
on-
yours.
this is what Brad put on mine. This was my request. You have to turn it on. I turned it off.
Okay.
You guys will know this one.
Don't get your
That-
attention.
Tubular Bells, The Exorcist.
Mhm.
He
Yeah,
found a remote
that
cockroach
was
and he's gonna turn it
the
into
song
a
that he
red bud.
wanted for his, and I wanted the Halloween theme for mine.
And being a big fan of The Exorcist and doing a presentation, of course, on it recently,
Yeah.
I decided to have The Exorcist theme song. Up on screen answer. Why doesn't Brad have a video up on screen answer
And-
questions?
And let me tell you this, even though that this whole thing here is Brad's first prototype doing something, from what I've observed of it, he's done it very well. He's done very well. So I think that, in my opinion, he is definitely going to be somebody that people are going to want to call to get equipment, or if they have ideas for a different kind of equipment, he should be able to build it because he's already working on some ideas that I've given him. Hey, Blake.
I might need an upgrade. Yeah, because these lasers are not working.
Sure.
Blake also is somebody he has built.
That is
He
awesome.
built this REM pod for me about a year ago.
Sarah was wondering what the goals are for tonight.
The goals is to survive tonight. We don't really have anything specific in mind. I definitely want to try out the equipment and see what kind of responses we get out of it. Otherwise, I don't really have, for me specifically, I don't really have anything specific in mind.
Hang on, guys.
We are only going to be streaming during this show after the show is over, and we're not even sure if we're going to go the full 2 hours or not. But we're just only going to be doing it for this show, and then after the show is over, then we're going to be doing our thing. Because for Mabel, Tom, and Nick, this is their first time here. Robin's been here 1,000 times. This is my third time being here. So
It's nice to put a face to Robin's name.
Okay.
No.
You know, that's good news. Because you could have said, it's horrifying to put a face to that name.
Oh, I've been
Yeah,
friends with you on
Facebook.
Facebook for a long time and didn't know what you look like. 'Cause I don't creep people's profiles. I just
Right,
never
right.
see.
well, let me put it this way. For those out there who are not familiar with Robin, I have been dealing with her for the last couple of years.
Dylan.
But I'll tell you what, she is so much fun.
Rephrase.
I'm always ragging on her. In fact, I'm going to be ragging on her about switch plates here in a little
I
bit.
know, yes. I have a blank switch plate in my house that has never been a switch for me, but for 10 years that I've lived there, I walk in the room and do this. There's no switch there. So,
That's your
but yet I
profile
also
picture,
invent paranormal equipment. I'm really good at
like
that.
the little bubble that comes up in
Yeah.
your chat.
I
That's on your bubble.
But
That's
in the
the
couple of
big
years
stuff.
that I've known Robin and I've worked with her on numerous different projects, I can tell you that she is definitely one of the smartest people in the field.
Thank you.
And her husband does wonders, works on equipment as well.
That's smart.
We're into data logging a lot because we're
Yeah.
nerds.
There you go, Jeremy.
Thanks, Sarah.
Okay,
Good
so-
luck tonight.
So next to me, Jill, is Lori. Her and her daughter own and run the Wildwood Sanitarium. And then you just saw Robin. She's a very dear close friend of mine. She is an independent investigator, and her husband is also an engineer, so he builds really innovative stuff. Our newest teammate, Mabel, is here, but she cannot come on camera due to professional reasons. Then, of course, everybody knows Nick. And then we have Nick's friend, Tom, who everybody so affectionately refers to as the Dive Man.
No, that's not it.
And that's really all that we have. We have a total of 6 people here in this building.
Right, sorry, you know what?
Also, where's
I'm right over here.
can you hand me her?
The doll?
And also in her first real investigation since I acquired her,
Okay.
we have Lucy.
Wait.
I've taken her to a couple of different places, but haven't really utilized her. I know that Adrian has taken her different places, but this will be the first time that I'll be really using her. And
Mostly
This-
to Paracons. I didn't try investigations. I didn't want to bring anything home with her.
well, we happen to have a doll room on the second floor, and there's 50 dolls at least.
Probably more.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't even know. I
She's
haven't
got a
counted
crap
them.
load of dolls in the second room, in the front room, and that's where it seems like one of the more active rooms here. So I'm gonna
She likes to
I've
go
already
head
got-
first.
huh?
She likes to go head first. If she's going to do anything, she's falling head first.
Yeah.
That heavy head.
So that's why I have to be really careful placing her. Otherwise, because of how heavy her head is, she's gonna fall over.
That's
No, it's not.
But I'm gonna see if I can get some sort of reaction from the dolls, because a lot of people are reporting stuff with the dolls. So I'm gonna
That's
see if I can get something out of that. Yeah.
Be careful bringing anything home with her. She's an empty vessel.
With Mabel, I don't think that's going to happen because she does protected prayers all the time.
Good.
In fact, she rode with me over here. She did a protection prayer before we got out of her driveway.
Good.
So I think with that, we're going to be in good hands.
Good deal.
Yeah.
So does somebody want to give us a tour around the building?
You guys go ahead and swatch your stuff.
Yeah. So in order to do that, I'm going to need to switch over to my phone.
Let's take you off for a minute. All right, guys. So hopefully they're going to give us a tour around the building. This is not, usually I'm at least with, 2 other people, but we can do this. She'll make lots of friends for sure. Jill, she was, I had her in a room full of dolls, and I kept getting told she's demonic. She's demonic. I promise you, this doll is not demonic. I had her on my bed, and she was perfectly fine. So here we go. Looks like he's ready.
I have it back right there.
Right here, yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Go.
That's it. And if it's the wrong head, you can just switch it
Oh,
out.
it's one of those.
How are you?
Yeah, this is the one I'm looking for.
Yeah, and there are actually two sizes: a big and a large, or
I'm
big
gonna
and a small.
try. Okay, this is moving. I might need to start there.
Okay, let's.
Now because this one's just not working like it. The one I have doesn't work as good as.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. So let me switch the camera around.
I might need a light on eventually. I'm missing two screws in this, so they might have fallen on the ground.
Whoa. Hello.
Okay.
All right. So
just
I
watch,
can do full.
just watch your step right here.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, there's one of them.
Okay.
Talk about walking around with us too.
Is she?
I don't know where she went. I haven't even been to the rest of the building yet.
Okay. Well, it looks like we're safe down here on the first floor at least. So.
I'll catch up with you
You
guys.
can see around our doorways, our paranormal groups that have visited here, behind our doorways. We have groups from all over the country and all over the world. We've had people from even Australia and England, Singapore, all kinds of places have been here.
And also a fun spot.
It's on this time. You were that.
There's us.
Every time I turn around and walk in,
This is Dr. John Henderson on the right and Dr. Carol Perry. They're the ones that opened up the sanitarium in 1906. They met each other in college. Dr. Perry's actually buried in the Hinsdale Cemetery, and Dr. Henderson's buried in the Wildwood Cemetery, which is a 5-minute walk from the house.
And I've been there. It's a bit of a hike.
Yeah.
There's the front door. And I'll also take you outside too.
This is the year that broke during paranormal lockdown. If you watch that episode, you can see what happened with that.
Mhm.
So we got here. We get activity in every room. I can't really say one room is more active than the other because the whole house is pretty much active. We can go this way.
Let's take a look outside before it gets dark. Yeah. That way everybody in the audience can see what the building looks like. There's the things mobile. Right there is Wildwood Sanitarium. The first time that I was here, I slept on the top floor in that front room. And this property right here, this also belongs to them. They got the fire pit back there. And for those of you who have Paraflix, this building is very heavily featured in the Paranormal series, Secrets of Wildwood Sanitarium. And that is headed up by the UNI research team.
To make sure they take pictures of the window apparitions standing in the windows, or we'll see faces or whatever. So I tell people to walk around and take pictures. That's a separate entrance that goes down to the basement when it was a bathhouse. House.
Yeah, so as you can see from the outside, really it looks like sort of like a duplex apartment.
Hey, Lori, we got a question here. I'm looking at them reading the comments. Jenny was asking, what do the neighbors think, about
Oh, that's a
all the
good
activity?
question.
The neighbors have been great in the area. A lot of them know what's going on. They know what happened to this place. They're great to see that the building is getting saved. They've been really positive.
Speaking of which, Adrian's fiance, Zach, he and I have kind of started up a little project called These Walls Can Talk. And towards being able to save buildings like this. And when I started, ones that I thought of, so we're trying to get something going, and he can explain all the logistics with you.
And the lady that lives across the road here, she said she knew the lady that rented the third floor apartment when it was an apartment. And I guess she was a hairdresser from work, and her furniture would be moved around.
Oh,
So, yeah.
okay.
And, like I said, they're loving, great neighbors. They come over here all the time and say, hey, the place is looking great. I love your landscaping.
Yep.
They think it's great because originally they wanted to actually tear this place down and put a gas station.
Really?
Oh, hell no.
Absolutely.
It
Not
could
for
have
a
been a
place like
gas
this.
station right
Hell
now.
no.
Wouldn't have saved it.
So I actually did have a question of my own because obviously seeing seeing how
There's other places in town, yeah.
Okay.
That have activity too.
Okay, guys, you're getting too far out there. You're starting to break up.
Right. Or I was thinking to myself, just looking at these places, I'm thinking, wow, this would not be the only place that has all this paranormal activity. There's got to be other stuff going on throughout this town.
I almost started doing public at a hotel down in town, but the building has gotten in such bad shape that it's not safe to be in.
Right.
That kind of sucks because it really has a big history to it, but it just is not feasible. So it's gotten too rough. And it makes me sad because years ago we did do a couple of investigations there, public ones, and you can't because.
Now, in the past, was there something
There was
here?
another house here at one time.
Oh, right.
Was
And it's gone. It's been gone for years.
okay. So
But
there's
all
another
these
empty lot
houses, all
beside
these
him.
Houses all down around here. None of these were here before. This place sat by itself.
Okay. And then you got this structure here.
Yeah, it looks like it's caved in.
It used to be a carriage house. And that's on our to-do list to fix eventually. Yeah, we want to take the roof off it and then put a different roof on it. Because you can see that's our metal pile.
Yeah.
The metal actually cost us twice as much.
Looks like
as
it's
it did
gone
a year
down
ago.
even more than when the last time I was here.
Yeah, it's been
And now
slowly.
is it just because, like you said, is it because of storms or is it because of the elements or?
Yeah, just pretty much.
Okay.
From,
Exposed to the elements.
Yeah, it is pretty old too.
It does.
Yeah. And
It's in
here's
bad shape
Here's the back of the building.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Flower, it only comes out at night.
Oh, really? Well, that
It comes up
explains
at
its
night.
name, the
It
moonflower.
flowers, yeah, it flowers at night. This
Yeah.
yellow one here.
I've never heard of
It
moonflowers.
flowers at night, and then when morning comes, it's done. Like,
One of the few plants to actually grow from the moon instead from the sun. Interesting.
And
yeah,
I'll tell you
I
what,
gotta
some of
worry
these
about what
flowers are
plants
pretty
I
enough
put
to be in a
because
calendar.
The dealer walks through here every night, my camera goes off.
Oh,
My security
jeez.
camera goes off at like 2 times a month.
Oh, boy. I'm sure it's got to startle when the alarm goes off, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And in case anybody was wondering,
This is private property.
no trespassing.
So don't trespass.
Yes.
We do have security.
I like that, Jill. Jill suggested that this should be called Castle Wildwood.
Yeah, it kind
Yeah.
of does have a
Yeah, it
castle-like appearance.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like a castle.
And check this out. Check the ivy on this building. Look at that.
Yeah, and actually a year ago, we actually chopped it all down to working on the roof up here and stuff, and it's grown that much again.
It happens. And it's the whole
It's
thing.
gone with that.
Yeah.
And then we got Peeping Tom over there.
Yeah, it's no wonder why he said he could hear me from the up on the
Yeah.
porch.
Hi, Tom.
Oh my God! Did you see what Brad just said? That tell Mick I am getting him a cockroach pass for his vest.
That is a brilliant idea.
No. for two
Yes,
reasons.
that is a brilliant idea.
That is not going to happen for 2 reasons, Brad. One,
Can anybody say Christmas present for Nick Millet?
shut up. Don't even start. No, there's 2 reasons why I will not get. One is my vest is completely packed. All the room is taken up. And second, hell no, not going to happen.
You know what, Nick? Come here.
Yeah, what's up?
Take a look at this.
Yeah.
Look at the side of the house.
Oh, yeah.
And look at those windows.
Oh my God. I already
What's
get
that make you think of?
Amityville.
Yes.
It has that Dutch colonial house,
Uh-huh.
colonial look to it. It has like the eye windows, but
Yeah.
they're not half moon shaped.
Oh, when I bought it, the top windows there were all
I just
boarded
did
up.
that.
We fixed all those.
Yeah.
And then that triangle window is actually the attic.
You know what? It reminds me because Tom took pictures of the Amityville house back in 1986. And at that time, that was when the house still had the half moon windows, but it had a fake middle window in the center of it. Except
Oh,
unlike what you see here, it's actually further down below the eye windows. And I still got those pictures. That really does remind me of Amityville. Really
Yeah,
does.
because this is actually, several times that I've been here, this is the first time I actually really looked at the side of the building here. And that's the first thing that came to my mind, the Amityville house.
yeah. Probably because of the shape. How
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
You know, another house that has that kind of Amityville-like appearance, it's not here in New York, but is even the Velisca axe murder house, because it has those half moon. Oh no, what is Brad saying?
Oh, hey, look, there's plenty of room on the back of the vest.
That is
Yeah, absolutely right. You got a
No.
lot of room over here. Take a look at all that room. Yeah, take a look at all that.
That is my trademark right
We-
there. I'm not supposed to have a lot on the back.
We can put about 10 cockroaches
Nope,
back there.
Nope.
We have fun. Can't you guys tell?
That is not happening. The back is supposed to be less. Oh yeah, there is a crawl space you were talking about.
Yeah, it
A lot of debris underneath though.
it really is such a nice building, and the way that they have taken care of it. You can tell, I can tell you from experience, because there's a lot of places out there where, they charge a lot of money and they say they're putting it back into the building. A lot of these places, bullshit. This place, legit.
Yep.
And there's the Wildwood Sanitarium sign, 1906. This is a really, really nice touch. This front door here is the one that you go into to go into the building.
Oh God, no. Jeremy.
That one you don't.
Look what Brad just sent me. New Rampart design. That is not, I'm not handing that. No way. I am not doing that. Oh, you keep me away from that. No cockroach design.
And also,
I'm scared of cockroaches, so they tease me all the time.
also take a look at some of the artwork that they have here with this building.
Car that just drove by?
This one here is my personal favorite.
It had 2 U.S. flags.
And
Take the dragon. I like the dragon.
here is their poster board. I'm not gonna stay on this one for too long. So if you want to be able to read the whole thing, take a screenshot. I'll give you about 5 seconds. Take a screenshot if you can.
Brad, if you actually order this cockroach patch for me, I'm throwing this in the fire. He said he's ordering a cockroach patch.
That doesn't surprise me.
I'm not keeping it. That's going. I'm going to turn on the fire. That's going right in the fire.
So here is the other entrance, and if you look closely, above the door have the actual addresses. So this here is number 73. This goes to the other compartment, if you will, of this building, while the main one does not have the number on it. And here's how it looks when you're walking into the building. And this is where multiple teams and individuals have signed their names.
And this was a cool find. This came from Dr. Henderson's house in town.
Oh, that's why it's not working. There's no battery in this. I've been walking this whole time without a battery with the millimeter.
Yeah, that kind of sounds like somebody that I know who doesn't know how to check for wiring behind a light plate.
Easy there.
Yes, am I ready to bring this one?
Yeah.
Do you want to hear my quick story or did we? For this room, this is the room that you probably already know. We had the mirror that broke during
Yes.
the lockdown. And one night we were actually coming back from Indiana from our trip that we went, and we were staying here to rest to finish our trip home. And something had already run me out of the 3rd floor, which I sleep on all the time. I didn't understand, so I ended up on a little couch that was right here. And I'll demonstrate. I was sleeping, or trying to sleep. I couldn't sleep because something kept waking me up. And a giant hand actually grabbed my leg and pulled me off the couch because it didn't want me to sleep. And so I made my way into the restroom. And that's where I heard water running. Come to find out, the basement was flooded like this time. So it was basically saying you cannot go to sleep. You cannot go to sleep. As soon as we turned the water off and notified the owners, it's a cool story. The short version.
And this here is the poster board for a documentary called Sleepers in Salamanca. You can find it on Amazon Prime.
Oh wow, that's funny. I won that poster. I've got that poster.
Right.
It's up on the wall over here.
That's right, you do. I forgot about that.
I do. I just didn't realize where it was.
Yep. And this here is another piece of artwork that I really like. There is actually something very, very similar to this at the Davies house in Kokomo, Indiana. only it is made with actual rope and hemp. Hi, Charles. And it is, I would say, about 10 times the size of this thing. It's wonderful. It is, that particular one is pretty filthy because it's been in a basement for a gobnob amount of years. And here is our peeping Tom.
Wow. Very terrible at his job. And found it. I just met Tom. He's a nice guy. I always said, he's a guy. He's a nice guy. He's a good. Definitely.
I suppose that's debatable.
Well, I just met him, so we'll find out.
Yeah. Okay.
Me, her, along with another investigator, we just threw ourselves back. It wasn't only just me. It was her and another investigator.
These pictures here are what the rooms looked like back then,
I don't blame her.
when it was the sanitarium.
Probably from the school, because some schools have
this
them, like their science class.
dining room, is that this one right here?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so this picture right here, that is actually where the laptop is set up.
Bedroom. Yeah.
Oh, you got this room fixed up now. Okay, so a little history. This is what I'm talking about, as one of those places that actually does the work. The last time that I was here was just a year ago, and you could walk into this room, but there wasn't a bed in here. There wasn't this chair. So all of this stuff here is new. And the first time that I was here, you couldn't even walk into this room. So this here is a perfect example of a location that is actually putting the money back into the location.
This guy's cool back here. Yeah, up there.
Oh yeah, take a look at this. And Sweetwater. That's actually headquartered in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Is it?
Yep. That's where their main building is at. And here's more teams that were actually just here recently. Brad, the investigation officially, I think, is until 1 or 2 o'clock, but some of us are actually going to be staying here tonight.
This is Tommy's room. These 2 pictures were found in a box in the basement. I don't know if they're Tommy or if they're someone else. I don't know. I was able to save them, so I hung them up. Yeah.
And check this out. Puppet show. You don't see this very often.
Yeah. And he was up here earlier. Somehow he fell back here.
And this thing gets me every time. But this is not a real cat. And also, This here is one of my trigger objects. It's a little toy ball. It's got a plastic shell, and when it moves, you'll be able to hear it.
Yeah.
Because calling me creepy Tommy now.
Yeah, probably.
This room was the worst leaking spot in the whole house. There was actually a tarp on the floor and it had this much water in it. And now we got it so this part isn't leaking anymore. We started doing electric in here and putting insulation up here and fixing walls. And working on it. I saw a shadow figure in this room before. It actually went from this side of the room to this side of the room and then opened up this door over here.
And Brad, I've got a geophone here, so we'll use that. It's actually set up in the doll room.
I don't know if it was like that.
Now it looks like somebody had stuck their finger in there. Now we had this all smoothed out.
Where you can sit here with the house up there.
And here's another pendulum. And as I said, I've got one of my chill cameras on that. And then this one here on this.
That's a couple of the pictures. That's actually Jeremy when he was playing with the pendulum. So that's why he likes to communicate through the pendulum. And like I said, now at least 4 times that I know of, he has written mom in the sand. One time it was really weird because I did a history tour and I had 3 women with me. It looked like this. We went upstairs, we were up there 10 minutes. We came down and mom was written in it.
This what the feather is for.
That works the easiest.
Trail cameras work really well.
You gotta make sure there's like a thin layer. You don't want it too thick or it gives a hard time on it.
Thank you. That's totally.
Jill, I do not have a spirit box. I don't know if anyone else does, but I don't.
I do. That you can handle.
Okay, so we're gonna leave this here alone. Now, when I put this thing down, it did make a couple of indentations. So if anything else is made beyond this, there's our documentation. Brad, I don't use any apps on my phone. I don't trust them.
As we like open up a floor, ceiling, wall, or whatever, we find stuff, and all this stuff has been found here. Except for that Dracula guy that Robin left here. Everything else has been found here. There's all kinds of stuff here.
I'm hoping so too, Joe.
Friend of mine found this postcard. As you can see, that's like from 1906, that picture. There's no houses around it. And this postcard was actually written in 1909, and it was written from a woman named Rose who came to heal here from her mental issues.
See, that is the boiler chimney.
And check this out.
Yeah.
This is radio.
Yeah.
Front part. Yeah.
That reminds me of the bowling ball that Bill Murray uses on Kingpin.
People will be looking at those pictures in the future.
Yeah, exactly. And how many people maybe had a postcard like that and it got thrown out, or, you know, it was in somebody's attic or whatever, and to come across it, that was just awesome.
So you can call the
Take a screenshot, Jenny.
Like I said, they owned it from 1903.
Senate.
Yep, there's my geophone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you probably can adjust that.
There's my Care Bear REM pod.
Which one's your dog?
He didn't bring it up here. Yeah.
And look at this one.
Yeah, like I said. Or I find them in boxes and I just kind of show up.
So you don't know if there's anything attached.
Wasn't there another really creepy one that looked older than this one?
That one there's pretty old, and there's another one that's in another.
No,
spot.
it was
There's one
like
there
that,
right
but I
now.
want to say it was
Yeah,
more
I think
broken
it's-
down.
I'm weird.
Yeah, look at all this.
And this one here actually has been known to go off on its own sometimes. You actually have to press a button to make it turn on, but it's been known to go off on its own on occasion. What Brad was talking about this time earlier.
Lucy is still downstairs. I'll bring her up here later. No, Brad.
Up to the third floor.
There you go.
There's the steps to go down, where the other front door is at. This here is where I slept first time that I was here. Wow, it's really warm up here.
Suck some of the hot air out of here. They opened up some more windows. I believe when it was the TB clinic that more ill patients were up here on the third floor. A lot of people feel sick up here, dizzy, have to go back downstairs. This actually
Does it work?
just here. Yeah, unusual paint job in this room.
Let me see, think of John Ritter.
That's my brother.
Is it?
He's my brother.
Okay.
Yeah. He committed suicide many years ago. Gives us another reason to do our September 10th event for the prevention of suicide. The whole day's worth of activities are going to go to the prevention of suicide. We have a few reasons for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do the Spirits ever play the record player?
Not on their own that I know of. I haven't heard anybody say anything to that effect, but they do like to listen to music. When it was an apartment. That there's the window that shattered. The story was on America's Most Terrifying Places when that
Really?
happened. Yeah,
Which one? The one that's open or closed?
the one over here on the right.
Okay.
We had to fix that. Background was an apartment. Yeah, that area back
Mhm.
there.
This here is not safe to walk on.
You can, but right now we got the insulation down there and stuff. We
Right.
had boards there where you can walk on it if you want. But yeah. That's what we're gonna put forward. We'd love to make a safe staircase for the attic. This is actually the entrance to the attic right now. And put a floor up there because right now it's just the boards with the lath boards in between. We want to make that where people can go up there.
Brad is asking about people mistaking the skeleton for something human up here.
I have people say that they can't move. We even get activity in the staircases.
That is the third floor, Joe.
And then
So who are these?
that's my mom and my aunt. And those people down there are relatives of my husband's down there that live up there.
And as you can see, still nothing's been done.
This was a kitchen slash, that was a bathroom area. That was an apartment.
Charles is asking if you found any cats in the walls. That's what he said.
Now we've gotten some like images or pictures of like spirit cats in here. And Tommy was a big fan of cats. He loved cats.
Okay.
So we've gotten like an EVP before. It said meow. We don't know if Tommy was doing that or, but we've heard cats on EVPs too. So yeah.
Now we're going down into the basement.
That's why I walk sideways. Well, be careful, the bottom step is hers. There's a light up here, but I can't reach it. We can reach that. See, red switch. I'll turn the light on. So you can see. There you go. Mhm.
Harry Potter, anybody?
There's graffiti on there. Wall there. This is December 26th, 1906.
Mm-hmm.
Now this, when they opened up the sanitarium, they had this as a bathhouse down here. So there was various different baths down here. So I think there's probably a bigger tub in this area. You can see there's this raised up hunk of cement here. There was another raised up area on the floor there. And you can see over here, was actually a separate entrance to the bathhouse, so they wouldn't disturb the people upstairs. They
Is
could come through this door.
that go to the cellar?
It goes
Those-
outside.
Huh.
Yep. Yep. This room.
See, this is my first time actually being in this room because we couldn't walk in here before.
Yeah. Now we brought more stuff in here, but I try to, as I see, people are getting rid of stuff or whatever, and I'm like, oh, great woodwork, I can
Yeah.
eventually put that in one of the rooms that we needed in. So need to be able to collect some of that stuff and use it.
And here is my favorite. The
That's where I'm
embalming
sleeping
table.
tonight. Would you guys sleep on that table? Because that's where I'm sleeping tonight. I'm gonna be filming to see if anything touches me while I'm sleeping.
You're sleeping here?
Yep.
Okay.
If that's, unless anybody else has dibs on it. I don't think so.
I can't sleep on a hard surface.
Right.
So you can have it.
Well, there's a lot of activity in here, shadow figures and,
Well, that video that I showed you is this doorway right here, like they walked across the door and probably went upstairs.
Mhm.
I feel like there's a lot of peekers and this, like, you can follow them around in this circle. They can kind of go in a circle down here, but the night that you blew the whistle, when we were down here,
Mhm.
remember I set up the camera and I put my back to this door on purpose.
Yep.
It wasn't an accident. I put it on purpose because I wanted him to come up behind me and touch and maybe be seen on the camera.
That's right, because there were 3 of you in the
Yes.
building, every other floor,
Yes. And
and I got paired up with you
yes, and so
because
you
yeah.
went to the other places of blowing their whistle, and you're like beep, and you blew the whistle, and then I watched back on the video because I had earplugs in or headphones. I had on white noise or something like that, and I watched the video, and you went around and around this blow, and that was blah 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 blah. I was like, really? But it did stir up the activity. Great, that whistle experiment is just an amazing thing. But so I did that on purpose because of the shadow figures and even I guess they showed up as white figures on that video. So I'm hoping tonight that if I sleep here or try to sleep here, and I'm going to put a camera on me, that you'll see at least some manipulation of the covers or my hair or something like that.
Well, we can move one of my trail cameras and put it on you as well.
Okay. Enjoy looking at those 100 pictures. Yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I'm excited about it.
So this lady right here, she was one of those that put a lot of validity into my dog whistle experiment. They did it right here in this building, and they do data logging and all kinds of collections and trends and everything. They had a trend where you could almost predict everything in this building. And then when I suggested to them using the dog whistle, they tried it. It changed everything.
It did. And we've done it in multiple locations. That's you and I research.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm a consultant with them now. But basically, I've noticed in some locations it really stirs up the activity, and in some locations it just brings it to a halt. But there's always something that happens with that. It never goes unnoticed by the entities in a building. And in here, it seems to stir it up, and it changes from floor to floor, but it does seem to increase the activity, at least for what I remember and what I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had so much that I bought some. I did not bring them, but I bought some whistles just to try it in the other places I go, so I can report back to you about it. Did you bring a whistle tonight?
I have 13.
13.
I have 13 whistles here.
Yep. Okay. My mom does that all the time. So she does that on purpose. So. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe right before I go to sleep, I'll blow the whistle.
No, Brad, I am not doing it outside. The whistle.
There's stuff outside though too.
Yeah, I don't want to attract the coyotes.
Oh, I didn't think of that. This is from me last week or a couple weeks ago in Kentucky.
This is what happens when you're dealing with a very intelligent, brilliant person. Common sense goes out the window.
Well, I didn't think about the coyotes. Just like I was in Kentucky 2 weeks ago in the woods, and right where I was, the owner of the land sent a picture of a panther.
Yeah.
I'll just go out here and do some paranormal work.
Now
For the
that
last time.
yeah, so that doesn't mean I am not saying do not do any paranormal investigation outside. Just don't blow the damn whistle.
Okay. Heard.
That's what I'm telling the people.
Okay. Well, I was going to say, bring them in. This is one of those places where I usually have a prophetic dream before. I don't claim to be a medium or anything like that, but I usually have not only some sort of a dream associated with it, but it's usually an animal dream, and they're usually large animals. I'll have bear dreams. Um, Probably like coyotes, so some sort of a wolf dream, and they're usually very large, and I usually end up like holding them or cuddling them. They're never threatening me, and I almost feel like it's a protection thing because I try to connect with the indigenous people every time I come. Like I'll say Skino, and that's just hello in this region's Iroquois dialect, in the Seneca dialect. Skino Onondawaga. It's like hi bear people of Bear Mountain is basically what I'm saying, and I think that it's important. I'm gonna put my little thing in since I'm on the air. Is that everywhere you go, just remember that our history in this country, it didn't start when we arrived. Remember, for 10,000 years or more before we got here, there were people that lived here. So try to at least acknowledge, if not interact with them. That's just my. The more you know. Please do that because I think it's the right thing to do. Acknowledge they exist.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so.
But we basically stole this country.
Yeah, and it's not all. They're not all skinwalkers, and they're not all going to curse your family from here to eternity or anything like that. So I know a lot of like TV shows like to say, all natives, all indigenous people, they're going to curse you and throw rocks at you and all this stuff. I don't believe that at all because they are human beings. Okay, so I suggest at least saying hi and acknowledging and being respectful of them for sure. That's just my 2 cents. Really.
That to my spirit guys are Native American. So.
And speaking of the natives, I got something that I'm going to show you after the show is done.
Yeah, I can't
because I think you're going to be pretty excited about this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry for interjecting your tour.
Okay, let me get.
And then this goes back up to the kitchen.
See, she's already practicing.
That feels good.
Here's the kitchen.
Everything pretty much functions in the kitchen. You know, people want to come and bring their own food or that. Everything works here. So.
And I'm going to show you guys my personal favorite. This guy. Hi, Chrissy.
Gino.
Every time I come here, I have to take a picture with this guy.
Got all the gears together, so all set.
Yeah.
How did the whole walkthrough go?
It went really, really well. The people really enjoyed it. Okay. So that concludes the tour of Wildwood Sanitarium. Welcome to our haunted house.
That's awesome.
I am going to get off of this phone and get back onto the laptop.
You ready?
Yep, go ahead and take us off.
All right. Okay, so hopefully he's going to have something to show us tomorrow. Well, when he gets home and actually edits some stuff. So we need to get back on here where I can find things. That'd be great.
Yeah, you can go ahead. Go ahead and move it. Sure.
Okay, now, hang on. Here we go. So, how'd you guys enjoy the little trip around Wildwood Sanitarium?
Got a lot of people that really liked it.
I'm glad. So, definitely, for those of you guys who want to come out here, absolutely come out here, check this place out. You can stay here, spend the night. Um, and in some of the thresholds, you can actually write in your name, your team name. They have black magic markers where you can be able to do that. Like I showed you, my name and the team name, along with my business card, is on the threshold going into the kitchen, right dead center, just about.
Sorry I couldn't take part in this myself because I just literally finished setting up all the equipment. So that's why I was only able to be there for part of it. But I'm all set now, thankfully.
Yeah, Brad, it is definitely an amazing place. You will not regret coming out here.
Nick, you're not all set. That patch will be here next week. I saw that. Okay, I may have not been on the tour, but Brad, I've been watching you. So I've seen your comments. As I keep telling you, you send that to me, that's going in the fire.
You know, every time I laugh, I look at myself, I look demented. Yeah, that's the effects of my little accident.
Oh my God. Guess what he sent me? This is what he was talking about. I didn't even see the picture. Legends never die.
Actually, you know what? All things considered, that is a good looking patch. You know, despite that you don't like cockroaches, but the design of that is actually a good looking patch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I can just think of it more as
And-
like one of the insectoids with aliens.
There you go.
Yeah. Just don't think of it as a cockroach. Think of it as an
Or
insectoid.
beetle.
Or a beetle.
Yeah.
Depending what beetle it is. But yeah, that too.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
So, yeah. So yeah, the whole doing the walkthrough and everything, and the stories, especially with some of the experiences that Robin has had, because Nick and I weren't going to be here. We almost didn't do a show, and then
Just don't open up your music box and look inside.
and then what was it? You that said something
Said what?
about doing a live here?
Oh yeah. So what I'm gonna do is after we get off here, I'm gonna be doing a live of my own.
No, I'm talking about for the show.
Oh well, I can't do it on StreamYard though. So can I do it on Facebook Live?
No, I'm talking about this show. Because we were originally talking about not doing the show because neither one of us were going to be here, and I think it was you that said something about going live during the show here and doing like a live panel.
Well, that's what I was thinking. This was what it was going to be. So that's what I
Yeah.
assumed.
So, and you never know what you're going to get with this show. Rather, if it's just the four of us shooting the shit, or if we're going to have a guest, or this week we're actually on location.
Now, Jill, I've never been to Wildwood. That's way across the country from me.
Even
But
further.
I'll be with you in remote view. How about that?
Adrian, she lives in Colorado.
Yeah, so she is 18 hours from me, and it's another 6 hours. So it's a full day drive for her.
Yeah, in other words, she lives closer to the Denver area.
In other words, playing time.
Playing time, yeah. Next week's guest is Captain Cockroach, right?
Next week,
I think
Um,
it's Daisy's the
If you can get him on, Brad,
Sunflower.
go.
actually, no, I don't think we do have a guest line.
No, I don't think we do as far because I would have known about it, a week even before then.
Well, let me go
No,
in
for
and
next week.
let me go in and check.
Deal. It's still daylight there for you guys, huh?
It's starting to it's getting dark over there.
Waiting
Yeah.
for the moon to come.
No, it is.
Yeah, it is dark.
Yeah, it is.
Already
dark.
already past 9:30 over here.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it is nice.
I was looking past that mirror there, and it looked like a window with daylight.
Yeah, I know. That's actually the threshold right there.
Okay.
There's light underneath that area of the entrance.
Okay.
And Jill, we're only here for one night.
We do have a guest next week. His name is Steve Blaze.
Okay.
Oh, that's that guy from the band that Eileen's always talking about.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So we do have a guest next week. His name is Steve Blaze.
I'll get the costume. What is your address, Nick? I will do a sing to a gram. You know what, Brad? I'll not participate in that. I don't know if I want to basically deal with a cockroach costume.
We know what we're doing on the next Paracon, don't we?
No.
Madagascar.
No, don't even bring it up.
Forget the cup. We got
Well, Eileen may still want the cup.
Did you bring it with you?
No, I didn't bring it with me this time. No.
He did, however, get another gift.
And for me?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Is it what?
The one that
Oh, the music box, right?
no, the one that she gave you.
Oh, it's in the car.
Oh, wait, yeah. Oh, you're right.
Oh, it's in the car.
Yeah, it's in the car.
So
I can go get
who
it.
can sing besides? Wait a minute. A live band? Who can sing?
You guys ever do a live band at a location? LOL, Nick. Is that directed towards me, Jill? I can't tell.
Spirits are gonna rock.
All right, we go get it. Is your car open? No.
I know we used to do music in just singing down hallways, and we get a lot of activity that way, but we're not recording that stuff because I can't sing.
yeah. But no, yeah, we have Steve Blaze. I forget. I'll look him up really quick to see what band he's with. Oh, Lillian Axe. That's who he's with.
Huh.
I forget what the story is. Jill, that is depends on who you ask. So there's some kind of story about the band Lillian Axe. Eileen's brought it up to us a few times, but I don't remember specific. Oh, that's a good picture, Adrian. I just now noticed the background. The background
yeah.
picture. That's a good
Jill
picture.
was asking. Yeah, because Jill was asking. She said, "Don't you have something there so it can feel like we're all there?"
So here is that.
Here it is.
Yeah, here's the other gift that we were talking about right here. I got this during dinner.
Yeah, Mabel gave that to him. We all got together. Yeah, like I said, that depends on who you ask.
I saw that.
We all got together at Myers Steakhouse, which is not even half a mile down the road. Good food. You walk in there, it has the look and the feel of a very expensive, fancy restaurant. But it's not expensive at all. I see it's very fairly priced.
Yeah, it is. Like, it was a lot cheaper than I expected it to be.
Yeah. Very nice. So again, that is Myers, Myers Steakhouse.
Like Michael Myers.
No.
Yeah, I know. The Myers last.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
But
mean.
spelled differently. So for any of you guys that come out here to investigate, definitely check out Myers Steakhouse. It's just literally right down the road. You might even be able to see the back of it from here. There's also another restaurant where when I was with Robin and John and Jeremy Griffin 2 years ago, we went to Katie's restaurant, which is like 7 miles out of town. That was also really, really good. A lot of the same food. My hair is getting crazy.
Is that Nick's haunted doll finally?
No, it is
No.
not.
It's not. It's brand new. I just got it a few hours ago.
But we might be able to do something to make it haunted before we leave.
Oh, that's so good.
You never know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe after my time comes, this could be eventually become a haunted doll.
Robin's giving us that scaredy look.
Or you can grill with the ghosts night at a location. We'll sell plates of barbecue. Have fun with ghosts.
You know that there actually is a fire pit in the backyard.
Yep.
The picture I just took.
Oh, that's
a great picture.
Show that. Tom just took this fantastic picture of the sanitarium. Look at this.
Very nice.
Yeah,
That's got to be the best, clearest picture I've ever seen of that place.
that is a really.
That could be a good poster for like a film or something.
Yeah.
Hey, Lori.
Lori?
I just showed her.
Oh, you did show it to her?
Oh, you already showed it to her?
I'll go try to take it from different angles.
Perfect picture.
That is awesome.
So Dive Man is a fairly decent photographer.
Oh wait, Tom, wait. Can you bring it back because someone wanted to see it. She missed it.
Yeah.
Jill wanted to check it out. Here, Jill.
So if you have screenshot capabilities, take it right now. 5, 4,
4, 3, 2, 1. Your time's up.
Yeah.
Send it to me and I can get it turned into an HD picture for printing.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
Send that to Brad, Tom.
Well,
I want that
he
picture.
may not have him.
Oh, that's
so
right. He's gonna have to add him.
Either that or Tom can send it to one of us and we'll send it to Brad.
Jill wants it too.
Okay, Jill.
All right, we got 2 people already.
Yeah.
Yes.
What Jill wants, Jill gets.
Ah.
All right. So while I'm thinking about it, tomorrow night on 13th Dimension, we are not going to be here. He is going up north. Is that for certain?
We're going to try to go to, obviously, the Hinsdale house tomorrow afternoon. We're not going to be able to stay for the evening, unfortunately, because there is going to be a group that is investigating. But we do have access to the Hinsdale house for the day. Mm-hmm. And then afterwards, honestly, I think that's when we're probably going to be heading back home.
Are you?
Yeah, I think we are, because it's about a good 7.5, 8 hour drive back to Chicago. So
it's more than that because it's 6 hours just for me.
Well, that's when we started from Chicago to here. It was about a 7.5, 8 hour drive.
Really?
Yeah, it was, because we left around 7 a.m. yesterday, and we got here around.
Okay, and then you lost an hour.
Well, that is true. We did lose an hour, and yes, we did make a few stops in between. Mm-hmm. So we got here around.
Okay, so you are not going to Buffalo then?
I thought we were, but I don't. See, if Tom was here, he would know better than I would. Okay. But I don't think we are. I really want to. But right. Are you guys going up there or
no?
Okay.
As soon as we get done with Hinsdale, we're coming back home too.
Okay. We are going to try to. We're not fully sure if we're going to be able to get home like in one day. I mean, there might be a chance we might be. We might stop probably in Ohio for the night if it does get late. There is an event that we are going to try to go to, but with which Mike Ricksecker and Bride J. Cano are hosting. We're not sure if we're going to make it, but we're going to try to. But either way, we're either going to get back home on either Friday or Saturday. Okay. But tomorrow's the start.
So with that, I do have, and in fact, the notifications have already been sent out. I do have a show already pre-uploaded onto StreamYard, and it is set to go at 8 o'clock at normal time for the 13th Dimension. This was.
I love how everyone's hair is down today.
Yeah.
Except for Tom, he doesn't have much hair.
And in here in a few months, I'm not going to have any hair. So I have an episode from last year uploaded that will be set. That is set to air same time as normal 13th Dimension. It is the Jack the Ripper episode. This is the one where Scott Wilson, Tim Kohler, and Crystal Kohler did the interview because I was not in town that day, and it was a pre-recorded anyway. They pre-recorded it on February 12th, Saturday, and no, 13th. It was on Saturday the 13th, and then we aired it on the 19th, where I was on that show just for a few minutes. And one thing to keep in mind is that it was a 2.5 hour long video. StreamYard would only let me upload up to 2 hours. So what I did was that I cut it at 1 hour 29 minutes. So the first part of the show will air at 8 and stop at 9:29.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry, Jeremy.
I jumped out of my skin.
I thought I had it all the way to that was my it's a new tool I got, guys. It's old-fashioned tape recorder. I thought I had it played, right from the beginning, and somehow I accidentally left it in the middle of it.
So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, tells you anything can happen on a live show.
Yeah. It does work, though.
Yep, it works. Everybody knows that now.
I love the comments.
So the first part will go from 8 to 9:29, and then part 2 is set to air at 9:30. So there will only be 1 minute. Yeah, Brad, you may not be too far from the
That's gotta be the best comment for tonight.
Testing, jump
scare. Jill, you're absolutely right.
Confirmed. I jumped.
Yeah. So the entire Jack the Ripper episode, Brad even jumped. Now that's how you know you succeeded, when you can make the audience jump like
yes.
that. Yeah. So this is our modern day John Carpenter here. So anyway, back to seriousness. If we can actually get to that.
I did not mean for that to happen. I'm so sorry.
But I got everybody in the mood for the rest of the night.
You know what Brad's like? It's scary. You know what? Maybe on the bright side, maybe this is just my way of just saying, just checking if everybody's breathing. That's all.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, no, I just.
Jack is coming in to get Jill.
Y'all better save your energy.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Oh, she's talking about that Jack the Ripper. I thought she was talking about Jack and Jill. So anyway, yeah. So the entirety of the Jack the Ripper episode will be airing tomorrow. 2.5 hours long. By the end of the show, I should be home. It all depends on what time we get done with the Hinsdale house.
It's not like a real clock.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything else. So
Jeremy?
Your K2's going
Oh,
off.
your K2's going off.
Y'all
And
better start your investigation.
yeah.
Yeah, guys. I mean, I'm actually going to be going. I'm going to be going live on my personal page. So if you guys want to see the investigation itself, I'll be filming from there. I can only use Facebook Live because my phone is basically no longer up to date with StreamYard, so I can only do it through Facebook Live.
Somebody else was having issues. Jan.
Yeah,
was
Jan.
having issues.
Yeah, because anytime I go on StreamYard through my phone nowadays, like when Jenny did her show with I already forgot his name, the parapsychologist,
Yeah.
a few days ago. When she ended the show, she wanted me to, because she knew I was a big fan of this guy. So she tried getting me on, and the entire thing was just frozen. I'm like, I couldn't even see him. So StreamYard, just until I get a new phone, I cannot do StreamYard on my phone. I can only do Facebook Live.
Okay. So tomorrow night,
We already ate, Jill.
yeah, we did.
See, it's still
We
going on.
that was the Meyer Steakhouse that I was
Oh,
talking about.
show this one. That is awesome.
That is
Okay, we got another picture here.
We got another
Watch
picture for
this.
everybody.
Look at that. And the light's like shining from the window.
Very cool.
It is.
Oh, Jenny's still on. I remember. I will do it again, Nick.
Oh, you're still live.
Yeah, we're still live.
Oh, I thought you were off. Sorry.
Nope.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Brad
so
doesn't
tomorrow
seem to
so
go.
tomorrow night, we will be rebroadcasting the Jack the Ripper episode. Next week on Supernatural Talk, we will have Steve Blaze from Lillian Axe as our guest. And then on 13th Dimension next week, we will have Nat and Elliot.
Yep.
From
Our area.
Yeah, from ACG. That's going to be a really exciting episode. They had recently taken a 2-week trip to Ireland.
Yeah, they went to Ireland and they met up with
Mhm.
Jenny.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking to them about their adventures over there. And then Nick will be coming back on the Nick Files Wednesday,
Yeah, next
And-
week.
Timberline
Timberline Lodge. Yes.
Lodge, which was where they filmed. It was the set-in for the original Stanley Hotel, The Shining. And then Adrian and Jan have their show on Monday where they talk about real problems and try to come up with real solutions. Not necessarily a paranormal show, but definitely a show that everybody should watch.
Jenny just sent me these pictures of it. Oh, jeez.
What's it called?
Send me pictures of the live feed with me and the outside with the vest.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. I don't know what these are supposed to mean.
Well, that is supposed to show proof of how much room you have on the back of the bed.
Oh,
For that-
oh
for
no.
that patch.
Jenny.
Thank you, Jenny.
God damn it.
Hey.
I know. Sorry, I'm just getting so frustrated when it comes to the cockroaches.
Yeah.
Wait till Christmas.
We're going to use Gorilla Glue to stick them to you.
No, they're giving snaps to every Christmas card.
Oh no. What have I got myself into?
Charles, I actually looked into Timberline Lodge. It is beautiful inside and out from the pictures that I've seen, but the prices are outrageous.
Yeah.
Say that again. No, Jenny, we ain't doing that.
No, I'm not saying that again.
She wants you to have that PG moment that she did. Yeah, we ain't going there.
Yeah, I'm not going over there again.
Classic moment, Jenny, that's for sure. And that actually happened while we were here, me and Robin. Remember that, Robin?
What?
When Jenny tried to do her PG moment and then that chair fell behind. Yeah. She just said,
Please.
No.
Hey, Jenny, here's a word of advice for you. Just when we get off here, just go back and replay it.
There you
Just
go.
rewind it.
Time stamp it at 1 hour and
Jill.
47 minutes. I don't know. Jack in the Box, that's a good restaurant.
A Jack in the Box is good, but we don't have them in Chicago anymore. We used
Actually,
to.
I don't think we have any Jack in the Boxes on this side of the Mississippi, to be honest.
Well, the furthest I know that I've been to one that, even though we don't have them in Chicago, we do have one down in Southern Illinois, which
Oh,
is
really?
that there's one in Alton, Illinois.
Okay,
So we do go down to Alton. There's a Jack in the Box down there.
okay. I did not know that.
No, they didn't have one. Tim. That was
So
Alton.
I got nothing else, Adrian.
All right, guys. So we can expect this edited and ready to show on the show.
Oh no. This right here. Somebody had made a comment. Actually, I think it was Tom. Said something about that. This is what you don't see on TV. Yeah, we're going to give it to you straight. What you see on TV is edited for ratings, for entertainment. We're going to give you the real shit.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
You know what? I heard once from a show, the footage that is cut, that is cut is going to look just like the footage you do see here right now.
Yeah.
And so.
So,
Okay, y'all. So
All right.
let's watch Nick's live.
Yep.
yeah,
I'll be going live in a few minutes.
it's been very enjoyable, guys. Thank you for playing along and for being a part of our tour.
Yes, definitely. Thank you for
Mabel
showing
saying
us.
goodbye.
There's Mabel saying bye-bye.
Hey, Tom, you want to say goodbye quickly? Oh, where he is.
Yeah.
Tom?
He's probably out taking pictures of the building again.
Yeah, he probably
Oh,
is.
that's right.
All right.
Tom,
There you
Tom, we're
go.
about to end.
Nice of you to join us to say goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
Tom.
Oh, what are you saying? Hi. We're saying
We're
bye.
saying goodbye.
Bye.
All right.
All right, y'all. Be safe. Be
Have a good
careful.
one.
Hello, everyone.
Bye. See you all next week.
Bye.
Bro.